When talking about voice acting and dub performances, there's a lot of interesting ideas to come up with and a lot of interesting potential ideas in terms of to feel the character when hearing them in English and or sub. When hearing that, you feel like a sense of character of wondering what they sound like. Like if you read a book or a comic book or a manga or a webcomic, you imagine a certain type of voice in your mind and wondering what would this person sound like. And I've been thinking about this for a long time as to what this villain actually should sound like. And the villain's name is Dongsoo Seon. He's the main antagonist of the infamous webtoon comic Bastard. And there's a lot of people wondering, like, what does this guy sound like in English dub? And I've been thinking of different alternatives, different ideas on how to do it, on how to get the right voice for him. I remember seeing a comment on YouTube saying it should be one of the voices of, like in Rick and Morty, of some character. Don't remember the name. But on my honest opinion, the voice that could fit for Dongsoo Seon in terms of capturing the character is someone who comes across as a gentleman. Like not as an overly attractive gentleman, like who's just full blown like that, like James Bond. No, no, no. Someone who is a gentleman in the sense of he seems like a normal guy, but he has some uplifting qualities about himself. He has some charm to him, charisma. He's sophisticated. He's he is very I guess the best word is firm. Very self-preserved. He, like I said before, if I said it, he's calm, and he appears like a role model in a sense. It is only until when you see that certain side, when you open the closet, that type of voice has been also used for something much more sinister, and you hear it in a different manner, a different overtone. And the voices that I think could work in voicing a dub Dongsoo Seon is they are the voices of Superman, Tim Daly and George Newbern. These guys can capture a beloved role model figure that everyone looks up to. Okay? People look up to Superman, and people view that as the iconic voice of Superman. And George Newbern can voice like both a gentleman, like a really aspiring gentleman, to someone very creepy and intimidating. If you remember that scene in Superman versus the Elite in the climax when Superman was acting as if he was being murderous to the Elite in that last fight, that was legit scary, and how he just shift like that. So what I'm wondering here is you basically put Superman in a serial killer's body. It sounds crazy, but that's because it is crazy. Dongsoo Seon fits that bill and looking crazy. And real life serial killers, the most effective ones are the ones that appear to be like Superman. Dongsoo Seon has those characteristics on the surface. He has those qualities on the surface. So I believe George Newbern can deliver both a good upfront character on the surface with a behind the scenes of someone who's much more creepy, uncomfortable, unsettling, and terrifying. That's just my opinion on it. If you have a different idea on who should voice Dongsoo Seon, be my guest. Leave it in the comment below. I just feel as if it would be mind-blowing if they actually thought of a serial killer Superman without superpowers that acts like Superman, but with that voice, you can get a drastic 180 tone shift.